Welcome back. Now, you couldn't get a bigger letdown. After a year of solid training, losing a combined total of 100 kilograms, two Adelaide mates were unable to fulfil their dream of running their first ever marathon in New York after the city was smashed by a hurricane. That was last year, but as Frank Pangallo found out, these old guys don't give up easily.
There's a blood red circle on the cold dark ground.
It is unfinished business because we've lost the weight, we've raised the money, but we haven't done the run. Yeah, and this is what we've got to do. We've got to have closure.
My city of ruin.
It was to be a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list experience for Adelaide pair Aggie Simeone and Peter Clementi, until once-in-a-century Hurricane Sandy ripped through New York exactly a year ago.
They bunkered us down, and then for a few days we just saw the carnage that happened, the buildings, the people, the power was out. 10 million people without power. Can you imagine it?
Yeah, it was a real tragedy in a sense, but it was the right decision, Frank.
Definitely.
You know, because obviously when you got people that losing lives and losing their homes and so forth.
The old boys had put in a lot of blood, sweat and tears, losing almost 100 kilos between them, training for their first ever marathon attempt. Along the way, they raised almost $200,000 for the Little Heroes Foundation.
Did you feel a bit deflated after all the hard work you'd put in?
Definitely, definitely. It was really tough.
There's no question. I mean, as you know, our journey has been a long one in a sense. Now it's even longer, but 12 months, you know, preparing yourself for this big day, and you're 36 hours away from the starting block, and then all of a sudden
they pull it out.
Yeah.
Start spreading the news.
Well, they're back in the Big Apple for another crack at personal glory.
You haven't run a marathon yet?
No. As I said to Peter, I
Marathon virgins.
Yeah. But what I said is, let's make New York the first. Certainly, I've gone up to 33 Ks, and Peter, I think, 32. So we're nearly there.
But this time, Peter's got a problem. A dicky right knee threatens to buckle under him and derail his dream forever.
Now what you need to do is, when you start running and you discover pain along the journey, you need to learn how to manage it purely by massaging, like this. Get a knuckle, put your hand over it, and massage it very hard, at least for 30 times.
There's only one miracle man we could think of who could whack him into shape at such short notice. Stephen Tiong, the martial arts grand master who fixes tissue injuries with his bamboo sticks.
Look, it's very painful, but what he's done so far seems to have worked a little bit, but sorry if I'm cringing, but it is painful.
This ancient Chinese treatment works a bit like an ultrasound. Prehistoric, that is. According to Stephen, tapping the skin brings nasty stuff from the muscles to the surface, then it's massaged out.
When you run that marathon and you think of the pain of going 42 kilometres, it won't compare to this, will it?
No, shouldn't. I think what I'll be remembering at the 30 kilometre mark, I'll say, this is nothing like what Stephen was doing, so that's for sure.
As we've seen on Today Tonight previously, Master Tiong's bamboo healing is very effective, as long as you can grin and bear it.
Non-believer. So I do a little bit. Then every time I do a bit more, he feels better and better. Now I do a bit more, he feels even better. And he can't not believe me. Even longer.
My word! Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my, I haven't done that for 20 years. Oh my word.
That's why.
For Peter and Aggie, the true test of mind and their ageing bodies is now a tick over 48 hours away.
You saw us a year ago. What's our mental state compared to a year ago, do you think? I mean, remember when you were interviewing us in the gym then? What, is it changed?
No, it's actually probably a bit more committed than what it was last time. You know, and that's what happened. Yeah.
Because we want to make sure we do it this time. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. You've got this 2-year journey and there's just this one piece missing. And the piece comes for us on the 3rd of November in New York, those 42 kilometres.
It's up to you, New York, New York.
Wow, and that is, of course, this weekend. We'll let you know how the boys fare. Best of luck to them. But right after the break, our